You're now listening to the smooth sounds of freaking Thaddeus music.
Shorty's just a lack of you. That's why you always catch his brother running back to you. Girl, for your love, I will run for it. You're like Jenny, you're like run Forrest. You're like a dream to me, but you real as shit. And it's because of you, I know my dream woman exists, yeah. We was Martin and Gina on our most high. Used to be like, go boy, now it's boy bye. Or take several seats. Only thing I wanna do is make love in the sheets. Time machine when I had a bad case of the cheats, but I would go back through the sour just to get back to your sweet. I try to be cool, you bring the heat. Love from you, it's all this brother seek. SWV, you make me weak, mountain of pain, we barely reach the peak. I'm never coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back. But I be like, always coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back. But I be like, always coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back. But I be like, I'm always coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back.
Ain't no secret, kryptonite to my weakness. Pledge of allegiance, morale though getting weakened. Despite your thoughts of treason, what plots of leaving, but prayers of Jesus make this testimony for a reason. We are blind to what we're seeking, directed by motions leading destination for destruction that really is not appeasing. Periodic breathing, without a size decreasing. But this life, although we're barely wheezing, I hope we eye to eye before your mirror view. I try to let you catch up, keeping it geared too. What to do? My old lady turned that brand new. Unfamiliar personality of what I once knew. A situation I'm dying to undo. So let you free. Conclusion I came to. A reality that I know that's not true. Cause when I think I emotionally make a breakthrough,
I'm never coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back. But I be like, always coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back. But I be like, always coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back. But I be like, I'm always coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back. Me and you got some history, girl. Feel like my heart is going through a rotisserie, girl. First I'm loving you and now I'm straight dissing you, girl. Ain't man enough to just say that I'm missing you, girl. Wish I could be holding and kissing you, girl. Sitting home watching power smoke spliff with you, girl. I'm a man, but I do what dogs do. Every time I lose one, I bounce back with two. Never meant to hurt you or be a cheater. Tried to be more like Papoose, but I was more like a Peter. I was Jody with my cookie being fly with you. I kept it real with these hoes, but you, I had to lie to you. I'm sorry, I can take it back. Baby, I might take you back. Can we sit back, chill, and relax? Got me in the zone, I'm never coming back. I'm gone. I'm never coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back. But I be like, always coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back. But I be like, always coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back. But I be like, I'm always coming back. I swear to God, I'm never coming back.
You're up before the sun. The men and women we count on every day.
I want all the bad days and the sunny ones. You saw 100 bad jokes, a couple funny ones. You always think I'm spitting game, but I ain't running none. Yeah, I want all the bad days and the sunny ones. You throw 100 bad jokes, a couple funny ones. You always think I'm spitting game, but I ain't running none. I just keep 100 books and like 2 guns in case they wanna do some. You wanna get some food, huh? Yeah, I know that. Still sexy when you're hungry. Snap that Polaroid Kodak. You the one with the missed calls. Gonna call that boy back. Tell him you got your joy back, and he said just avoid that. It's the way you look at me and how I look back. I kinda feel that. Now I want that. You know I want you and everything that come with it. Baby, say yes and we can run with it. Up, let me relive it. I want it all. I don't only want a piece of it. I want it all. You the one I wanna team up with. I want it all. The one I wanna get.
Like oh.
Couldn't match the love you're giving to me.
Hola.
Bam, 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 bam.
Hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás? ¿De dónde eres? ¿De cómo se dice?
Azul.
Está rojo. Está rojo. What's cracking like in Scooby Snack at everybody? How are y'all doing today on this fine Friday? If you are within the sound of my voice,
Hey, Denzel.
please let us know that you tapped in and tuned in. We appreciate y'all. What's up, Denzel? In the belly.
Bam, bam, bam.
In the belly. We appreciate y'all for tapping in and tuning in. Being with us on this Friday night. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with us.
We appreciate y'all.
Welcome. I am I'm just VA verse, and I'm in here, but I'm in here with the most incomparable, beautiful, always popping, edges popping.
Not today.
Not pop. Messy bun popping. You know what I'm saying? Eeyore shirt popping. All of that popping. The incomparable Z.
Welcome. Thank you, man.
You're welcome. What are they tuned into, babe?
For better or worse.
That's right. Yes, sir. So yeah, man, if you are under the sound of my voice again, please hit the like button, hit the share button, share it with a partner, share it with somebody else that's a lover. This show is for the lover and you. What's good? My favorite podcast. Damn, appreciate that.
Thank you, Brandon.
Appreciate that. Okay.
Hi, Mom. And don't be saying nothing slick. My mama here. You gotta watch your mouth today.
Shout out to my guy Brandon Beck, man. I always appreciate your support, dog. Shout out to Mom Dukes in the building. We love you too, Nanners. The Nanners.
Denzel said he lost the audio.
Denzel ain't got no audio.
Can y'all hear us?
Can everybody hear us? If you can hear us, put a 1 in the chat, please. If you can hear us, put a 1 in the chat, please. Lost the audio, huh? Interesting.
Oh no.
Let me just double check this joint right here.
Double check.
Shows that the audio's there. Nana can hear us.
Yeah.
Nana can hear us. Denzel, if you are having issues, I'm gonna just you know what I'll send.
Hey, Manny, Karen. Hey, Karen.
I'll send the. Okay, you back. Okay, we good.
Like cook crack.
We good. Anyway, yeah, man. So shout out to everybody out there. We have moved our show to a bi-weekly show. So we were off last week and we're back this week. This is our second episode of the year, not of the season, but so we're back and we have some things to discuss. But other than that, how are you feeling, my queen, mentally? You know, you got to ask that. Like, how is your mental health?
It's fine.
It's
think.
fine?
I mean, yeah.
You don't look like.
No, I'm good. I'm
sure?
good. Yeah.
Okay.
You still here?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like, you seem like you're holding on by a thread. You know what I'm saying?
Man, today I felt like 2:00. It took 3 days for it to get here. For real. Like today was a long day.
Trying to get off of work.
Yes. But it seems like when I got off of work, time was on crack. So
yeah, for sure. Today was a long Friday. I feel like it was a long Friday. Shout out to everybody that's watching it. We really do appreciate y'all.
Hi,
Again,
cousin.
if y'all have not already, please like the feed, share it with somebody that you know who is into the type of stuff we're going to talk about tonight. What are we talking about tonight? Tonight we're talking about boundaries. We're talking about boundaries. We're talking about red flags.
We have a couples court. Someone wrote in to us. So we always appreciate you guys writing in. We've been getting some crazy ones written in, but we won't read some of those today. We are going to do the couples court.
Today
later.
we like today.
Yeah.
Like today. That's good.
You wanted to talk about the debate question that we have. So we got a couple things. You did.
Absolutely. You know what I forgot to do?
What'd you do?
I forgot to upload this video.
What video?
The video that we're supposed to use.
Oh, you're gonna show it to everyone?
Absolutely am. So I wanted to say that we're working on some merch for better or worse. We should be having some coming a little later on this year. We're not trying to rush it. We want some stylish, some good merch that represents us very well. But that's just not the logo, just the name. You know what I'm saying?
Not the run of the mill.
We might get the go ahead.
I think we're pretty artistic people. You know, I have my customized business where I decorate, I do tumblers and pins and things like that. So we all
Go ahead. I'm sorry. They can't hear that.
we also want to do shirts and stuff. So I think we can come up with something, but we just don't want to throw nothing together.
Absolutely. It's all about timing. Even with Caps and Crowns, that's what we did with Caps and Crowns. Like, we waited so long to drop one merch. Like, we've had merch for better or worse before. And it's dope for us to have it and represent the podcast and have the name on there so people can, because people ask us, what's that? For better or worse, what's that?
Right.
Like, y'all just married and y'all just saying that? No, this is actually our podcast because it says podcast right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how certain people
keep reading.
Is that how Denzel asked first time he saw you? Oh no, he knew about it before and then saw your shirt.
Yeah.
And then was like, okay, y'all got podcast merch. So that's how we did it with Caps and Crowns. And when we finally did decide on the design and we released it, it was everything. Everybody.
Oh, we got y'all. We got y'all for show.
They want free merch.
Denzel wants one and Vanny wants one. Okay.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If go ahead in the chat. If y'all want free merch, go ahead in the chat and let us know y'all want free merch. We appreciate it, but we're not gonna give it to y'all. You gotta pay.
We are gonna have giveaways though, because I am starting customized. So I do, pins and tumblers and things like that. So we are going to have free merch and stuff coming out. However, your boy, he not doing the free shirts. So
we will try to get it. We will try to get it on platforms that ain't gonna run your pockets crazy though.
Heck no.
Like the platforms that be charging like $60 for merch, that'd be
Balling
like for a t-shirt. Come on, fam. $65 for a t-shirt, man. And the shrink after I wash it.
Don't you hate
wild.
when it shrink and then everybody around here looking like Tommy from Rugrats? Ridiculous.
Yeah, I hate looking like Tommy Pickles. and as a bigger guy, like that happens a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You go to stretch.
You go to, you know what I'm saying? You go to rub your head, brush your hair, reach for something. Next thing you know, your belly button out. You know
and I be catching it.
If y'all don't know what, I've ever watched Rugrats, the main character, Tommy Pickles, the bald headed one with the blue shirt. He always got his belly button out.
He do. He said he free.
He is.
He all right.
Yes.
He free.
He always got the halter top. Is that what they call it? A halter top?
Is it a halter?
Is that a halter top?
Does his belly button be out? It could be. I don't know. I didn't really mess with Tommy anyway, because Chucky was my dude. I could just really relate to Chucky. So,
So tonight, again, like I said, we're going to be talking about boundaries and red flags and things like that. What kind of sparked this conversation for us was shout out to, I always say shout out like I know these people, but props to, I can't even remember that platform's name now, but Ryan Clark, the football player, has a podcast or a show that he does with a couple of other people. And Gayle King was a host or was a guest on the show. Now, if you don't know who Gayle King is, she is a media personality, best friend to Oprah Winfrey. She's the one that did the interview with R. Kelly when R. Kelly went off.
He was fighting for his life.
Fight for my life.
Y'all gonna leave R. Kelly alone.
Robert, don't call me
the pivot. That's what Karan said.
The pivot. Yeah. Shout out to Karan. Appreciate you, Karan. Karan would definitely know that. If you know, one and only Karan, also from the PNW network. Shout out to Karan. Appreciate you, brother. So the pivot, they had Gayle King as a guest, and there was a story she told on there where she was dating a man and he asked to borrow money. And I'm not gonna go all the way into it. But and I'm gonna see what's up with those quotations you just threw up too. I'm gonna see what's up with those quotations. But we're gonna go ahead and watch the video really quickly. This is Gayle King on the pivot.
I went on a date and I was really excited, very excited about it. We had gone out maybe 2 months, and then he said he really needed to talk to me. He wanted to have a private conversation. Okay, sure. What is it? Do you think you could lend me $4,000? And I'm like, oh God.
He jumped out with 4,000 out the gate? Though?
I know. It's so funny.
He didn't test the water?
You know what Oprah said? Oprah said, God, I would have felt better if he had said $40,000.
You just went in your purse. Here you go. Get out of here.
I don't carry cash.
They just asked you to cash app him now.
Huh?
You just could have cashed apped him now.
I know, guys, but I was so crushed because here's somebody who was making, 6 figures, successful. And when I said, could I ask what it's for? He said, yeah, it was for a child support issue and to pay a payment on some furniture. And Oprah goes, oh, God, this is just getting worse. And I said, okay. And he said, this was Sunday. And he said, I promise I'll pay you back by Thursday. I promise I'll pay you Thursday. Okay. But I wrote it because I thought it had to be very difficult for him to ask me. And so I wrote it and I just figured that would be that. That would be that. And he did pay me back on Thursday, but I didn't feel the same. I didn't feel the same. I didn't feel the same. But he did, to his credit, pay me back on Thursday. But it just changed the relationship for me. It changed the relationship for me. So in answer to your question, is it difficult to date? Yes, I think so. Because I really am attracted to men of color. I just am. I love how a black man says mother baby.
All right. She loves how black men say mother, effer, and baby. That's what she likes about black men. You were throwing quotation marks up earlier. What was the?
I mean,
what was the quotables about?
We just gonna keep
okay.
on
I was just asking what the quotables is about. So as y'all see there, she said she was dating a man, and they were dating for like a few weeks or a month or a couple of months. She said, and he asked to borrow money, $4,000, and it was fun. What I found funny about that was that she said she told Oprah, and Oprah said she would have felt better if he asked for $40,000.
Oh, you know she told Oprah.
Yeah, for sure.
You know she told Oprah.
For sure.
Pillow talk.
Babe, don't pillow talk have to happen between. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna let that slide. Anyways. So she said that after he borrowed the money, even though he paid it back when he said he would, that she viewed the relationship. She viewed him differently. It just things were different about the relationship then. How do you feel about that? How did you feel like she was wrong for viewing it differently? How do you view that?
I don't know. I guess I kind of feel like it just depends on how deep in the relationship they were. Like if I was just smashing you, I'm not giving you money because I don't pay for D. And that's how I would feel.
Okay.
So if that was the case, then no, I'm not giving you any money. I was asked for money before, like, oh, this situation came up from like a dude that I was smashing. And I was like, no, because that's just not my style. Now, if we were dating, like seriously dating, and something came up and you were in a bind and you needed something, you my man's. So of course, if I got it, you got it, especially if I could afford it, then that's completely fine. Like, because you're my guy. But if we're just starting out, I don't know, I might look at the situation a little bit different. Like if we are maybe a month in, 2 weeks in, a month in, and you ask me for $4,000, I would feel like, okay, what are we doing? Like, do you just think that I'm the cash, I'm the ATM, like I'm the ready teller?
Because you got to think about this from her standpoint of being a wealthy individual. And she said the person makes good money.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I guess I would just look at motives and be like, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel. But what about you?
Personally, just looking at it from Gail's point of view, I can see, and I seen that you said call you Karan. Do you want to let Karan get a point in on the topic? Looking at it from Gail's point of view, I can see why that would change the dynamic of how she viewed the relationship. Now, I don't think when she didn't go into why she felt like it changed everything and what exactly it changed. But my take on it would be that if I'm her, realistically, if we're wealthy people, if you make a good income, why do you need $4,000? Why don't you have $4,000 to use? Why are you broke?
But I mean, some people have poor money management. Just because you make,
that's what I'm talking. That's what I'm asking.
Good money doesn't mean that you can manage it.
Exactly. So something like that, if you're a wealthy person and you pride yourself on having your finances together and being with people who match that status with you, then if you need to, that's what I think Oprah meant when she said I would have felt better if he asked for $40,000. because that seems like like a lot of money that maybe you wouldn't have 40,000 on hand just to spend, but 4,000, you know what I'm saying? Like, are we even in the same class? And I think that man or woman, you have the right to want someone to be at least good with their finances, or if you make enough money to where you shouldn't need to borrow $4,000, then I'm questioning why. I'm not even sure if she meant like in the sense of like it was early on and he asked me for money, like just for the fact that he asked to borrow money, I viewed it differently. Now, again, she didn't emphasize on what she meant by that, but I asked everybody that's watching, do you agree? Would you view in her shoes or in the shoes as a wealthy person? Would you view a relationship differently in that beginning stages, the dating stages? You guys aren't in a serious relationship. Y'all not exclusive, but you're dating and that person asks to borrow $4,000. Would that just be something that you feel like, sure, I'll help out, or is that a red flag to y'all? In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and give Karan a ring so he can get his take on the situation. I wish I could find his number like a dodo bird. I cannot find Karan. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. That's mad dead air.
I'm trying to fix stuff over here, so
I'm sorry, y'all. Where the fuck? Where is Karan?
Look who is not prepared.
There he is. There he is. Jeez, I could not find that man.
Oh no, not F. Gale.
What is that?
I don't know. That was a
hello. There we go. Okay. What's up, Karan, man? Everybody, this is the real life Karan from the FBOW Network, one of my close friends.
Bam, 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 bam. You just gonna press all the buttons.
The horns is nasty.
Nasty?
The horns is nasty.
Nah, man. You gotta get the
now that's
horns.
love, though. I appreciate it. And before I can say anything, Mrs. Robinson, thank you so much. I know with the move and the time difference, you get tired of me being on the phone with your husband. Man, you and the girls, I thank y'all so much for extending Big Verse. He be helping me out, though. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Definitely my pleasure. See, that's how you supposed to act. See, you can talk now. No, I'm joking.
Not FGL. Okay, so all right, where you going with this?
So first and foremost, fuck yeah.
Oh.
Because this is exactly what niggas like. Excuse me. This is exactly what men be talking about when we say it's a gender war that females started, and there's no way for us to win. Because had this been first of all, Gail isn't rich. Y'all rich. Gail is wealthy. Her best friend is Oprah. They're lesbians, just like your wife said. Gail is super. and gathering to your wife's gathering $4,000. What if he ran his own construction company? And the play was he needed $97,000 in cash to acquire this property or whatever. All he had was $91,000. I asked my girl, because she said they was in a relationship. I asked my girl for $4,000 and I turned around and gave it right back. Listen to Oprah.
Well, he specifically said he needed it for a child support issue and to make a payment on some furniture.
Cool. So I liquidated all my money, or it's tied up, or whatever it is, but I'm giving it right back. And then he gave it right back. Oh, I would have felt better if he asked for $40,000. What do you, lady? Only need 4 bands. If I ask for $40,000, then I'm a gold digger, because that's what this conversation is coming to. Because those two have been very, very financially well off for a long time. Money looks different to them. She can't even fathom a world where a guy only needs $4,000. What?
I already did that, fam. You know I got you.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
No, crazy that sounds. Because spend it. If this was, God forbid, they broke up. If this was Jay-Z talking about a young girl, they'd be like, "Oh man, full of shit. He could have just gave her the 4 bands." They killed Jay for his family member had asked for like $3,600.
Yeah.
You got $1 billion. Why didn't you just? Because I don't want to, nigga. What? Because I don't want to. What are you talking about? Because I don't want to. I got paid today. My little bitty check was $2,300. When I get to this gas station, if a nigga asks me for $1, no.
So if you was dating a young lady,
I'm sorry, I don't think $2,300 is a little bitty, but go ahead, continue.
If you was dating a young lady,
well, I got 4 kids and I got $60,000 in child support, so it's little.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, she don't. She don't got no kids. I don't think Gail got no kids.
No, she got. How you gonna get kids if you eating Oprah pussy 25 years?
All right, sir. All right, sir.
I did not. Okay.
Where's do I have a beat button up here somewhere?
We ain't know that was going to happen. We did not know that was going to happen.
Oprah. Why you think Oprah ain't got no kids? Oprah got $10 billion and nobody nutted in her.
She's an auntie. She's an auntie.
Man, come on, bro. Pay attention.
Some women are dedicated to being aunties. They're dedicated.
Hey, verse. It's a couple of things for sure. Oprah, gay. Tyler, gay. Tyler got $3 billion. He live in the blackest place in the country. He ain't never had no baby. Come on, man.
Don't Tyler Perry don't he got a son?
Tyler Perry does have a son.
No.
Yeah, Tyler Perry got a son.
Got a son, don't he?
You
Sorry,
sure?
Danny.
I'm pretty sure Tyler Perry got a son.
I thought he did.
Yeah.
I mean, the son did come out of nowhere, but he said he got one.
I thought. You sure that's not like an adopted thing? Okay, so good. Tyler Perry. Okay, good.
I don't know.
But Oprah and Gail, come on, man.
Yeah, Tyler Perry definitely has kids because I remember.
Even Whoopi got a daughter. Even Whoopi got a kid.
Daughter? Yes, Whoopi does got a daughter. But what does Whoopi got to do with it? I like me some Jumpin' Jack Flash. Don't be messing with Whoopi now.
Yeah. Okay. All right, sir. Final take on the topic.
Yeah, it's just gender wars, man. Like, and to answer the question you just asked, if I had it and this is my girl, so by girl, if this is my girl, you only been my girl for 3 weeks, but we've been dating before that, or we've been doing whatever for you to get to my girl. My girl can have whatever she wants. If I got it, you got it. If you my girl, even if I'm just smashing you, like the lady so eloquently put it, even if I'm just smashing you, like if you in my space, I don't want you to do bad. I don't want you to be down because I like it when you when you feeling good, you might go hard.
I may have to disagree because if we're just smashing, you can't get 4 bands from me. You know what it is.
You looking
at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, you know what's going on. I'm gonna hit you with the text. It's gonna be wham bam. Thank you, officer.
Let's put it in perspective.
It's not gonna be 4 bands.
Let's put it in perspective though. Four bands to her is like $40 to you.
You're looking at right.
Yeah,
you're looking at the number. You're looking at the number. You're thinking, wow, $4,000. But Gail might have made $40 million last year. So So it's like it's the equivalent of the guy you're smashing. Like, yo, can I get $10 to eat? Here, yeah. Here.
Yeah, but you might be questioning. You might be questioning why he just moved the camera too. You might be questioning why your person ain't got $10. Why you ain't got $10?
Well, see, that's different because.
But wouldn't that have been a better conversation between them? Because she brought it to the whole podcast and was like, "Oh, he asked me for $4,000 and this, that, and the third." Like, she asked him why he needed it. So I'm pretty sure he explained to her what was going on, and she still brought it to the podcast and was like, "Oh, it was never the same."
Yeah, well, they asked her. She used it as an example.
This is the crazy part. She gave him the money, he gave it back, and she still dogged him. How could he win? Was he better off running off? He couldn't win
because she ain't want no dude from the beginning. Oh, sorry.
So why even give him the money if you just gonna go back and eat Winfrey Coochie? Why?
All right, sir. So what days can they catch your podcast?
PNW Network hit the airwaves every Wednesday, 7 p.m. I got an exclusive Markham sit down coming up. Nice. I got some I was going to interview Charleston White, but 3 minutes into the conversation I wanted to punch him in his face, so that did not go right.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely got catch PNW Network. The name of the pod is, I'm probably saying this wrong, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. And we cocked and loaded, baby. Shout out to this beautiful podcast, Caps and Crowns Till I Die. You feel me? And it's all love. Free mini till it's backwards, baby.
Absolutely,
that's right. That's
absolutely.
right.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thanks, Karan.
All right.
That was our first lively caller.
Yes.
So we appreciate you.
And
Thank you.
What a way to start with no one other than Karan, who is Mr. Unfiltered himself.
Hey, Wanisha. Exactly. I wasn't prepared, so
I didn't think he was going to go in like that. Shout out to Wanisha, who said the amount and timing does matter. I think it matters a lot as well. I think it matters if if they've been dating for 3 weeks or 3 months or 3 years. There's a huge difference to me.
Exactly. And if we are just smashing, you can't get no money from me. I don't care if it's for, I mean, I'm not the type of person that if I see someone who's down and out and I'm just going to walk past them on the street. No, I believe you got to be blessing to somebody else. I guess it just depends on the situation and story. But if I'm just smashing you, I feel like, why are you asking me? Like, why can't you ask someone else? Like, I don't know. It just depends on the situation. I guess I just can't. It just depends.
If a man asks me for money too soon, that is for affairs that are solely his responsibility because we live separate lives, I'm going to question his leadership abilities with a committed relationship in the same household. Okay, I can see that. I should be able to ask my girl first. And I agree with this because we got to put things in perspective, right? It's not a lot of money to go. It's not a lot of money, but there's a scale. There's a triple beam scale on that. It's not a lot of money to you, but it's not a lot of money. So why does he need such little amount of money? In
but
our
then
realm,
again, yeah,
how
but
much money
she
he makes and how
thinks
much money I make.
It's a little amount of money, but I mean, to him, it could be everything.
Well, he makes good money, so 4,000 shouldn't be a lot of money to him as well. I think she said he make 180 or something like that. So that's good money. So
we got to do our next caller.
Yeah, I got him coming up. But also you looking at it from a sense of how much time has it been, and then we have to define dating. Dating doesn't mean we're in a relationship. To me, dating means we're hanging out, we're going out together, we're getting to know each other. And if I'm getting to know you and you say that, and then bless you, and then wealthy people also have to be weary of people that are trying to do the long kind. It could be 4,000 now, boom, hit it back to you, boom, quick on Thursday, because
and that's also the thing. Like
10,000 next time, boom, got it right back to you. I got you. Next thing you know, I'm borrowing $100,000 for you, and I skate out on you,
right? Because you
think I'm gonna give it back to you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's child support. That was something that bothered me too. Is for child support, but who knows how much? Again, Karan made a good point. Even though he said it was for child support and furniture payment, he made a good point where what if all of this totaled to $50,000, $100,000, and I was just 4,000 short? It wasn't that I didn't have $4,000. I just had to make a large payment on something, and I was 4,000 short until Thursday.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing.
And you saw my integrity because I gave it right back to you like I said that I would. So, I mean, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I just honestly don't know. I guess I would have to hear the story.
I'm going to read a couple of these and we're going to go to our next caller. At the same time, they only went on 2 dates, so nothing was official. Agreed there. Or his money was tied up in a deal. That's true. Sometimes it could be like that. Once we say we together, whatever you want, you got. See, I'm not even sure the extent of their relationship. I had 64 instead of 69, right? 68. Okay. His math was off. As we get closer, we'll naturally increasingly do things to provide for each other. But before we get there, a request like that would have
to be reevaluate potential.
Would have been reevaluate potential, I think is what she said. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're going to go to another caller here. I'm going to go ahead and make
y'all on fire today. Hey, guys.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in. We might be on this subject a lot longer than we wanted to.
We planned on it.
Is my phone calling? Come on now. Phone want to be stupid. Oh, okay, it did work.
Keep on. It's on crap out. I'm like, oh, I'm stupid.
Yo.
Hello. Hey. Can I speak to Denzel?
This is he. And you also got the Mrs. Jones as well.
Okay.
Hey, girl.
You guys are live on For Better or Worse.
You in the gunshots. You just gotta press all the buttons.
I didn't press them all.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What I
feel like last time of that check.
All right. So you guys have a take on the subject we're on right now, right?
Yes. So, cause as Karan was like going, like saying his piece and whatnot, we were actually talking about it back and forth. You know, like there's a lot of things where it's like I agree with Karan, but then I also disagree. For one, for me personally, we aren't like that official. But I personally am not giving you no money. Forget what it is about. Like now. And the one thing that my wife was saying too is that like, you know, I feel like when it comes to like different levels, there's a different level of trust when it comes to things. And I know like for us in our relationship, when we started out, it's like if I was dealing with something like financially, I was never telling her about it. I went and tried to figure out how I was gonna make things happen. But in this case, it's like, you know, his integrity was shown to the point where it's like, you know, he gave the money back. So the fact that Gail ended up turning around, like still dogging him out, I don't agree with that, to be honest.
I don't agree with that part. But like I said, everyone knows who Gail is, and everyone knows that she has money.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're asking for $4,000 on date number 2 is sketchy to me.
Facts.
That's facts. I mean, I guess when I look at it, like, okay, $4,000 to her is probably like $40 to us. It's like, okay, I guess she could be like, oh, let me go in my pocket and go ahead and just give it to you. But I agree with all of y'all. It's like, it's timing. If this is date number 2 and we have not said that you are my guy, I'm going to be really like, why are you asking me? Especially if everybody knows that I have money or whatever the case. And now you just felt comfortable to ask me for some money. But my thing is, if you felt comfortable enough to give this man some money, then why are you putting him out? Like, he asked me for $4,000. He gave it back. But, you know, now I don't see you the same way.
So just real quick before we continue, for the people that because there's some people that just hopped in and want to know what we're talking about. Gayle King was on a podcast, The Pivot, and she told a story about how she had been dating a guy for a little bit of time, and he asked to borrow $4,000 for child support and furniture payments. She let him borrow the money. He paid it back abruptly, like he said he would. But after that, she viewed the relationship in him differently. And that's what we're talking about, whether or not you agree, whether it's a red flag, or whether or not it's just something that should have been okay, because $4,000 isn't that much to Gail. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Denzel.
And
no, I was gonna say that was like basically the case there, because it's like, you know, again, regardless of like how we see value in money, it's still just like, again, you felt comfortable enough, so therefore you didn't have an issue with it. Because if you had an issue with it, you wouldn't have given it to him to begin with.
From the beginning, exactly.
So why is it an issue now?
Because timing and motive wasn't your forefront. You wasn't like, oh well, it's only the second date, this and the third. You never was like, oh well, it's the timing. You were just like, oh well, I gave him $4,000, he gave it back, but I didn't see him the same. It was just like, okay, so then what was the whole reason for you to give him the money if you were just going to be like, now I'm not really fooling with you no more? Because you probably felt that way from when he asked you. So you could have just been like, no, because I feel like a man got to do this, or whatever the case may be, but you gave it to him.
Right. I was going to say, that's funny. That's funny. Karan had that exact. I was just going to ask that. He said, so why give it to him then?
Well, maybe like in that moment, she didn't feel that way. But then after the fact, it's like, you know what? I don't like that he did that, and then felt differently.
It was after she talked. It was after she talked to Oprah.
Yeah.
It was after she talked to Oprah.
It was after that pillow talk.
After she talked to Oprah, Oprah was like, girl, listen, girl, you need to let that nigga go.
Get you a statement, girl.
Like, let him go.
Don't let people get in your ear.
But my thing is that at the end of the day, it happened. But I hope that, like, again, if she did feel some type of way about it, then at least she needs to learn from her own mistake, not to give money out for somebody you only been on 2 dates with.
Exactly. However, we definitely do appreciate you guys calling in. You guys can find them at where? Because you guys, they have an amazing Bible study that I go to all the time, and they have their prayer nights, which are awesome because you will see and meet the Lord. So where can they find you guys, and when is your next Bible study and prayer meeting?
Yeah, so you can find us on the Fellowship Gathering with Dan and Van. I'm Dan, and she's Van.
Nice.
And our next Bible study will be on February 29th at 7 p.m.
Come on, somebody.
You can join us via Zoom, or you can come in person to Lord of Glory Full Gospel Church in Greer, South Carolina, 401 Pennsylvania Ave. And the next prayer night will be on March the 5th at 7 p.m. via Zoom.
All right. And we appreciate y'all. Thank you, family.
Thank you,
we love y'all.
Bye.
They are so amazing. I love them.
Yes. Dan and Van. I like it.
I like it too.
I like it. Dan Van. All right, let's catch up with some of the comments we have here. I got Juanisha started. Appreciate you, Juanisha. Always tapped in, always supporting.
She sure is. Hey,
she
girl.
supports multiple shows too. So I always appreciate that. She supports like everything that the local people are doing. And I'm not local anymore, but not like local to there. I'm local.
She a cuzzo. So what can we say?
Yeah, shout out to all the cuzzos.
Yes, we appreciate y'all.
I'm not typical, so they're balanced in my second guessing. I'm not going to ask him to do anything before we're serious, and barely then. We can discuss and compromise responsibilities when we become one. Not really before.
Okay.
All right, and Karan responded to that with, "I agree with you, but damn, he paid it back."
Then we can be friends and see where it might go, but not really date. The request showed me that we're not viewing dating and relationships the same way. I don't know you well enough to loan you money on date 2.
Shout out to the homie Thoughts. Thoughts said red flag, whether it's $40 to her or not. I'm not asking someone you're just dating for money on the second date. It's kind of sketchy. I wouldn't want to ask any woman I just met for that money. I do question her motives for doing it. Sounds like sugar mama vibes.
And I'm sorry if y'all hear a squeak. That is not our.
Yeah,
that's not our. What you call it? What is the thing? The smoke detector. It's not the smoke detector. It is our dog Megwana. Well, his name is Omega, but Omega Jonquavius, but he's playing with his squeaky toy. I don't want it to be the token black people that got a little squeaky the little alarm.
Yeah, I'm not local no more. Okay, big verse. That I didn't mean it like that. I won't try to flex on nobody.
Yeah, I was saying
I was saying that I don't live in Arizona anymore. Okay, I'm still local. I'm just local in a different place.
His name is Omega Jonquavius.
Quantavius is his middle name.
I'm sorry.
Omega Quantavius Robinson is his name.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's only Quantavius when he's doing something bad. We'd be like, Quantavius. He'd be knowing till his ears go back.
Shout out to Dobie Dobe and Ayo, who is a really dope couple.
Dobie Dobe. I like that name.
Yeah, I like Dobie Dobe. I like Dobie Dobe and Ayo. I call him Adobe. I don't know if I officially call him Adobe, but shout out to them. They dropped a project on Valentine's Day called Honey, I'm Home. I still didn't check it out, but I will be checking it out, and we will be playing something on tomorrow on Caps and Crowns. So, Dobie, as a matter of fact, man, if you could let me know your favorite track, we'll go ahead and spin that tomorrow. Send it to a thug.
Excuse me?
Thug Thizzle, huh?
For better or worse.
I'm sorry, I got to stay on task. Right, I'm sorry. Preparing for tomorrow already. Yes, I'm gonna head out.
Where you going? What'd you do?
Where you going?
Come back.
You can't lead a party. You can't lead a get together early. Oh, it wasn't the second date. I don't think it was the second date. I believe that she said they had been dating. Let's figure that out real quick so we can move off of this.
You know, I went on a date and I was really excited, very excited about it. We had gone out maybe 2 months, and then he said he really needed
months. So they've been dating for 2 months.
Okay. But are you my man?
She said they've been going out.
So that's not necessarily saying that that's her man.
I didn't catch that it was her guy. But 2 months is a decent time. I still don't know if that's enough time to ask for money. It just depends on how, because 2 months can be a lifetime depending on how much we was kicking it and what we was doing.
Like if I saw you every day, like, you know, the type of vibe we had, if we had a real connection. If you have a real connection with someone, 2 months can feel like 2 years.
Our first 2 months was a lot. We got to know each other a lot in the first 2 months.
Yes.
But I've definitely known and talked to some people in the 2-month period where I've only seen them a few times.
Right.
So it just depends. I think that you got to put it in perspective. And I think that it's something you can view as a red flag. And when you're in a situation where you are a wealthy person and you're a known person or a famous person, however you want to say it, you do have to, you do have to watch out for yourself and make sure that nobody's trying to take advantage of you because it's out there. It's out there. Now you're going to come to me? So you're going to come to me now? Get out of there, man. We men. You can't do that.
Especially if these were things he discussed. If she felt like she could give it to him, she believed him. So I may change my tune.
He gave it back. But again, that could have just meant the setup for the long con. Hey, can I borrow 4,000? Boom, sent it. Bro, you did not have to do that. Send it right back to you. Can I borrow 10? Send it right back to you. Can I borrow 20? Send it right back to you. Next thing you know, I'm really in the bind. Can I borrow 100,000? And then I skate out on you. So, but that got us thinking about a broader subject, right? So we can move forward a little bit. That got us thinking about a broader subject of being guarded. You know what I'm saying? Being guarded, having your guard up, making sure that no one has the opportunity to hurt you. And me and you talked about this, I think, like last week, and we was like, let's stop, let's bring it to the pod.
Mm-hmm.
So what we were discussing was, taking that leap of faith with love. You know what I'm saying? When you're loving, when you're falling in love with somebody, you kind of get to a fork in the road where you're falling so much, you can either decide to take that leap of faith and give that person your heart and take the risk of them hurting you really badly, or you can just continue to have one foot in, one foot out, keep yourself guarded, keep your wall up so that person cannot hurt you.
I honestly think that it's two sides to that. I think there's two kinds of guarded. There's the kind of guarded when you're in a relationship and someone does something bad and then you're trying to get over that as a whole. And then there's the guarded because you came into the relationship guarded because of the last relationship, and then now you're guarded and you're like, oh, I don't know if I should let this person in because of what the last person did. So I just think that those are two separate guards, because one of those walls could be thicker than the other. Like if you know someone and you trusted them and they weren't held up to your expectations and they let you down, and now you have to be like, oh, I don't know if I want to be with that person again. And then there's the, okay, well, I'm feeling you cool, but it's like, I don't know what's your, I don't know what you're here for type thing.
Right. I agree with you. There is a difference between the two walls and the two trusting and falling. It might be, it's already hard to take a leap of faith, but then if you take the leap of faith and that person hurts you and you decide, because at that point you have to make that decision to still be with that person and try to mend that. I'm sure it's harder the second time to take the leap of faith, because I know specifically that you have the capability of hurting me. And everybody has the capability of hurting each other. That's the whole point of the leap of faith. Right. So my take on it though is that without the leap of faith, you can't experience the full extent of love. You can't experience the full extent of love unless you jump all the way. You can't fly unless you actually jump out and try to fly. So you have to make that decision at that point. Do I want to experience the real love? Because if so, then I do have to put myself out there. I do have to make myself vulnerable. And you might feel the love a little bit, but you're not going to experience it all the way.
That's true. Shouts to Dan and Dan.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to their Bible study, we were studying First Corinthians 13. First Corinthians 13. And not many people believe that love is patient, love is kind, it does not boast, things like that. We're not living in that day and age. We're living in the day and age where we do keep tally. We do be like, if you do this to me, I don't know what's going on. And then especially if, like Juanisha said, it is trauma versus disappointment. And sometimes you have both in that relationship. So it's like, how do you get past that? And then is both parties willing to work work together for you to get past it. So let's tackle one and then tackle the other. If you come into a relationship and you're guarded, then, you know, how do you get past that to be like, okay, I'm going to give this person a chance, versus if we're together and you cheat on me, or we're together and you didn't hold up the finances, you was out gambling, or whatever the case may be. Like, how can I trust you again to be like, okay, I love you, so I'm going to let all of the guards down, let all of the armor off, and be vulnerable again. You know, that kind of thing is, on both sides, extremely hard.
Yeah. I agree, especially like you said, especially when you're in a relationship and when you decide that whatever the person did, we're talking about whatever that person did to break your heart. It's really hard to give it back to that person, to believe that they won't do it again, and to trust. Building back trust is very hard. It's very hard, and you can only build back trust with time. It only takes time.
That's the only thing. It takes that time. And if you're not willing to invest in the time, but it's also both, like I said, it's also both parties though. If you wronged me and then I don't trust you anymore, but now you're rushing me to forgive you, the one thing that you can't do is dictate how you made someone feel. If you came over and smacked the crap out of me and then told me how to feel about it, that's not going to fly. You can't do something to me and then dictate how I feel afterwards. And that happens a lot in relationships. If the girl or the guy, if they cheat, and then now they're like, okay, yeah, I cheated, yeah, I'm sorry, but the other person is still hurt, and you're like, okay, well, I said I was sorry, so let's get past this. No, it's not just let's get past this. Like, we have to work together. And if that person that was doing the wrong is not willing to stay in the trenches and help the process, or, you know, be there when you need them and things like that through the process, that can also break the relationship. It's like, you can't rush me to feel better. Right. You did it. Right. You can't break the glass and then be upset with how much time it takes to put the glass back together.
Exactly, because it's going to take time. Juanisha says some people wait for the red flag instead of embracing the fresh air. And that's a question right there. Or at that point, if you are 1 foot in, 1 foot out, waiting for the bad to happen, whether it's in a new relationship or in the relationship that's experienced relationship that's being mended, are you, in a sense, sabotaging and not giving the relationship, like I said, its full chance to flourish? Because if you're just sitting there waiting for the red flag and looking for the red flag, then are you seeing things that aren't there sometimes? Are you making a big deal out of things that are small?
I kind of feel like it just depends. Like, if you're fresh in it and about to breathe fresh air, then yes, you are sabotaging it, because you're like, I don't know what's going on. And it's like, you're not putting your all in it because this person has not shown you that you can't trust them. Versus
if they showed you that, you have evidence of that.
Yes. Yeah. So it's just like, no, it's not necessarily I have 1 foot out and 1 foot in. It's just like, okay, the last time I screamed it from the mountaintop that I loved you and all of this, you were holding me up,
pushed me over,
but I fell flat on my I fell flat on my face, and I was embarrassed. Even if you and I were the only person to know what happened, I still felt embarrassed. I felt this and I felt that. Now we're trying to get better into this relationship, but it's just like, I don't know. So you are kind of, each day it gets better and better, but you're still kind of waiting for that other shoe to drop. I don't know if I can really trust you. And that does take time, because after a while of showing and proving that this is not how I am, regardless of what the situation is, it does help the wall to come down. Versus if you're just in the relationship and you're not ready to breathe the fresh air, it's kind of the same, because you still they have to show and prove, but you're showing and proving from the beginning. And that can take a lot on the person that's trying to chip away at the wall, because it's like, dang, I'm trying to chip away at a wall that I didn't even build.
Okay. So in a new relationship, how long is the wall up? How do you determine when it's time to let the wall down, when it's time to take the leap of faith?
I just feel like that just depends on what you've gone through. If you were a person that, was assaulted,
right?
If you were a person that was abused, then it's probably going to take a couple times of you getting mad and not assaulting them.
Seeing how you handle it, right?
Yeah. Or, it just depends. Okay, well, in my other relationship, all he did was cheat on me. So you have a job where you go out of town. It's going to be a couple of times of you being transparent, of you having, the Life 360 on. It's going to be a couple of times of you calling me and maybe I need to see the room or whatever the case may be. Like people, it depends, because if you're like that, then people are going to need to see that you are that person. But you also, on the flip side, you also have to believe that this person is not the last person. So if they have shown improved the last 3 times, you have to believe it. It's not going to just be 3 years into it and I still got to show you, where I'm at and what I'm doing. Is just like, okay, so what are we doing?
So overall, would you say that there is a healthy line of when you're in a new relationship, when you're bringing in your past traumas and your experiences and you're using those as a measuring stick of, hey, I'm being careful, not paranoid, but I'm being careful. There's a healthy balance of that, right? How much of that is a healthy way to bring into the relationship? Like, some people will say like, oh yeah, well, I got trauma because this happened to me, this happened to me, that happened to me. Okay, well, I never did those things. So I don't think it's fair for you to view me in that scope and for you to put me against a wall that was created by other people.
I think both people need to have patience. Like, it should definitely be a conversation, whether or not the person is just like, hey, I haven't done this. I haven't done anything. Let's sit down and talk. Now we're sitting down and we're having a conversation about what's going on. Okay, so now that it's out there on the floor, this is the reason why I feel this way. My man or my girl did this, whatever the case. So this makes me feel better. Okay, cool. I have no problem with doing that. However, eventually you're going to have to trust me, because after you have this conversation and I'm doing what you need, I'm not going to be a crutch that's just going to be something that you're just going to do. Haven't I proven myself? And even us, a couple of times we've had conversations like, okay, am I not showing you that I can be? Am I not showing you that this is what I said it is? How long are we going to do this? I get that this is what you're saying that you needed from the beginning,
right?
But it's been, however long, and it's just like, and I still feel like we're at the beginning. So it's going to take the hurt person as well to trust the person. If not, what are you doing? Depending on how long you've been doing it.
Want to read that?
There are people that will use your trauma against you, though, which is one reason why people have difficulty healing. And that is very true. That is very true. People will, and that's why with me, that's why I'm not really close to outside people, because I've seen it where people will just learn things about you just to learn it. And then as soon as you pass them the sugar instead of the salt, oh, well, that's why, your baby daddy out here screwing everybody. It's like, ma'am, excuse me. So it's like people do learn things just to put bullets in a gun to shoot you with them. I guess that's where your discernment comes in. The characters, it's like, am I automatically getting red flags when I look at you? Do I feel like I can trust you? Like,
and then that's a fine line right there. Walking the line of being guarded and protecting yourself versus opening up. Mm-hmm. If you don't open up enough, then I can be disengaged and disinterested because you're just not giving me anything.
Right.
So that's a fine line too, because you don't want to give too much of yourself, and then like she said, like you guys said, it's being used against you. Your traumas are being used against you, and I think there's multiple ways that can go. Your traumas can be used against you in a way where they're bringing that up to harm you, but someone can also use your traumas against you if they know what your traumas are, by pretending to be the exact opposite, acting like they're doing exactly what,
narcissist.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The love bomb. You know what love bombing is?
Mm-mm.
So love bombing is a term that they've been using where basically a guy or a gal, it could be a guy or a gal, right?
A gal?
A gal.
Right.
At the beginning of a relationship, just showers you with like gifts and affection and just like bombs you, like love bomb, just boom, just all of this stuff to get you to drop your guard. And some people can say that love bombing doesn't always have to come from a place of malintent, right? But for the most part, most women look at it as a red flag of like, don't love bomb me, like don't try to be this outrageously like too much love is just too overwhelming and try to get me to drop my guard. Like it's some women view it as a red flag of somebody who has malintent.
I mean, I get it, but then again, how do you say that I'm love bombing you if that's just how I am? Like if I'm just really happy, I haven't read it yet. If I'm just really happy about being in the relationship with you, if I was crushing on you since high school and now like, dang, I finally got you, then I want to show you how much I've liked you, how much I've, appreciated you and this, that, and the third. So it's not me love bombing you. It's just me really showing you that, I like you.
And that's damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's why people play games. That's why people play games with how they feel. They fake the funk and act cool, too cool for school so that you don't. See, I laugh when I left that. So that you don't, feel like I'm being overwhelming. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I really am falling for you and it's really early, then I might act like, everything is cool. Like, you want to spend the night? I mean, I'll let you know. Even though when you asked me, inside, I was like, she asked me to spend the night. You know what I'm saying? So
not the fifth.
Yeah. It could go both ways.
I mean,
that's a great conversation.
Moving too fast definitely causes people to skirt and hold on. It's just like, if I just gave you my number and you didn't call me twice, it's just like,
we didn't
seen it. And it's just like, we seen the infatuation, like, oh yeah, they like each other. That's cool. And then she gives him her number and then it's just blowing up. It's like, dude, I'm still here.
It's just pictures. You're going to my page and taking pictures from my page, pictures that were taken before we start talking to each other, and you're just posting them up on your page. Like, hey, this is my girl.
Just like them. And then the same. And before she left, they brought like, y'all didn't even get to do nothing. So it can be too much. I guess it just depends. Everybody got to find that sweet spot.
Absolutely. She felt every single word that I dared to utter at work. We got an hour in. You want to read our submission?
Yeah. So our couples court, and then we're going to be done. Let me find.
So while she's finding it, we do accept submissions for advice, relationship, or any type of advice that you would like from us. We are not psychiatrists. We're not trained to do this. We're just two people who have been together for 17 years, who have been married for 15 of those. 14? 15's next year. 14 this year. So we're people that just have experience in some relationship stuff, a little bit of experience,
and we've gone through a whole bunch of stuff, hell and high water.
We went through everything except for physical abuse, I would say, probably.
Yep.
If you ever want to submit anything, you can DM either one of us. You can also email us at FBOW.Podcast@gmail.com. I know it's a long name. That's okay. We have some submissions from some people that we're going to go through. And one of these days we might just do like a
letter show.
Submission show.
Because we have
but we also have couples court, and that's what we're going to do tonight. So basically we have a couple who, she's talking about an issue or a disagreement she has, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go ahead and dispute and settle the dispute.
All right. This is from Denise. And she listens on YouTube. It says, "What's up, Cuzzos? I never get a chance
what's up, Cuzzo?
to catch you guys live. So hopefully I will catch you when you read my letter. Anyway, I'm married with 3 kids, 1 boy, 2 girls. My husband and I normally agree on parenting. However, we cannot see eye to eye on our son and him joining sports, specifically football. My husband played in college and I never made it to the pros because he was already too banged up by the time he graduated. He was always injured. The sport is dangerous and I don't want my baby boy playing. He is not even the violent type. He is shy and nice. My husband just keeps saying it'll toughen him up. It'll make him a man. But F all that macho stuff. I don't want him to play. If someone hits my son, I'm liable to F somebody's kid up. His mama too, if she gets froggy.
If she gets what?
If she gets froggy.
Okay.
She was like, leap. I'm interested in what you guys think. Would you let your son play football?
So we don't have any sons.
We don't have any sons. We have 2 daughters. However, me and Verse always have this hypothetical argument all the time. And I seem to always a hypothetical argument, but I get real life mad.
She does get real life mad about our hypothetical son that we've never had.
Because I've always wanted a son.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we have these conversations, it's just near and dear to my imaginary son. So going into that, I will ask you first, would you let the boy play football? Before you answer that, I'm a little concerned because she was like, the guy was always injured. He was always hurt. Could he play?
Some people are injury prone. That could indicate that he wasn't a great player. But some people are injury prone. Some people just have bad luck. Some people are people that just don't cut it.
Okay. So would you let our son play football?
I would let our son play football if that's what he wanted to do. And I would say only if that's what he wanted to do. If my son wasn't trying to play football, I would not try to get him to play, even though he wasn't playing, unless he's built like our nephews are.
Yeah, we have
like our 2 oldest
giants.
Yeah, they're not the 2 oldest, right? Because the youngest one is not older than.
They're my brother's kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both like 6'4", and one's a senior in high school, and one is a freshman in high school.
They solid too,
and we call them giants. They are very big and strong.
At that point, it's like, come on, we gotta do something with this.
Yeah, how to? Well, they want to be painters.
You better paint some of that goddamn war shit on your under your eyes to get on that football field.
Don't mean that I want to go out here and get. Okay, so it's my turn. So my thing is that I feel as though I agree with you as far as if that's what he wants to do. If that's what he wants to do, we still gonna have to have a conversation because let's be real, people do get concussions and they do get hurt from things like that. Being a mom, that mama bear syndrome definitely does come out, especially if you have 2 girls and 1 boy. That's your baby. Like your son is your baby. I know if I had a son, he would be a mama's boy. I was just want to hug him and kiss him and just be like,
mm-hmm.
Even with my daughters though, like you're not like, okay, when Leah was playing soccer and someone got too close, wait a minute now, because what we're not about to do is have me go on the field because that will happen. Get yourself together. This is soccer, let alone it being a contact sport. I'm just not necessarily sure because it's going to look bad if you out there in the football field and someone tackles you and you're now not getting up because someone knocked the wind out of you and your mama come walking down on the field and they're going to be like, oh, here's Miss Robinson again. You're darn right, because somebody is getting picked up by the jockstrap. And it's just like, what are we doing? Like, you're physically harming my kid. So I don't know. I understand, but she's saying that the kid is shy and the kid is nice. If the kid does not want to play football, I would not make him play football, because to make him a man, you can be a man by painting. You can be a man by doing anything else that you want to do. You can be a podcaster. You can be a gamer. You can do anything else that you want to do and still be a man.
Yeah, there's a bit, I'm sensing a bit of toxic masculinity there with the father. or the husband. I'm not sure if he's the father or whatever, but I'm sensing a little bit of toxic masculinity. Not a lot. Like, it doesn't seem over, and we don't have that much evidence, but it doesn't seem like it's overboard. But there's a bit of like, it'll toughen him up. It'll turn him into a man. Like, you're right. There's no reason why there's a bunch of people that don't play football or never play football and are men. You know what I'm saying? And toughen him up is kind of one of those things where like maybe there's some projection going on there as well, where he might want him to really follow in his footsteps. And
living vicariously
and
through
do it through do what he did and stuff like that. If your son is showing an affinity for it or a want to do it, then cool. If she say that he's not the violent type and he's just nice and shy, then maybe that's a reason to look for other things. But I'll say this as well. If he's willing to do it, if it's not something that he adamantly does not want to do, and the dad wants him to do it, I don't see a reason why it's not something you should try. You can just try. See if he likes it. See if he likes it. Sometimes parents do have to push their kids just a little bit, and then they might like something that maybe they weren't sure that they would like. But again, if he adamantly is just like, fam, I'm not athletic. I play Fortnite, and I watched what's the new anime they watch now? Nataro. I watched Nataro. Like, I don't do none of that.
It was Dragon Ball Z, you know.
I don't think they watched Dragon Ball Z like we did, like millennials did. You know what I'm saying? So I think this goes both ways. And I know we're supposed to settle the argument, right? We're not supposed to split it, but I'm splitting this one. I think that, Mom, you have a little bit of a right to be worried, and that's okay. Be safe. Make sure he has good equipment. Make sure that you put him on a team that has the right trainers, that do the right things, that have good coaches, you know, stuff like that. Make sure that he is taking it serious, because if you are playing around out there, that's how you can get hurt. But also, if he doesn't want to do it, then don't make him.
Right. That's what I was going to say. I think our definitive answer would be if he's showing interest, or if he's saying, I'll try it, then I think we're going to leave this up to the child. If the child wants to do it, then allow them to do it. If they want to, you know, then they're cool. If they try it and they're like, no, I'm good, I don't like it, then don't force them. But if they're definitely like, no, I don't want to do it, then I think that you should have your baby's back and not make him do it. Don't make him do anything that he doesn't want to do. If you wouldn't make him be a ballerina, if you wouldn't make him go to pottery class, then why are you making him do football?
Now, toughening him up and turning him into a man, I view that as like a little bit of toxic masculinity there. Sports, however, especially team sports, however, would bring him out of that shyness, because I don't think being shy is a quality that's going to get you that far in life. You do have to come out of your shell. So him being in a team sport could help his shyness, because I think that that's something he should work on.
And you can be on a team doing anything. You can do basketball. You can be on the debate team. You can be on the yearbook club. I think definitely doing an extracurricular activity with other kids will bring that shyness out, especially if he's nice. Then you know, he shouldn't have the chess club, right, yeah, lacrosse. Like, he could do anything. So I'm sure there's some nice guys that play football too, by the way. You don't think probably so? I used to like football players, so
I'm sure you did.
Don't say it like
Juanisha says.
First of all, Juanisha, we have a Libra, so I don't know how two Libras would coexist, because we have the girl Libra.
We'll take your son. We can switch.
You're not giving up Leah?
Oh, Leah's the Libra?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They can have the Gemini though.
Oh yeah, Lyric is a Gemini. Okay. My girls were athletes. One was an all-star. My boys, not so much. I am a total soccer mom. I got one season of 3 sports out of each boy. They're naturally gifted and sincerely uninterested. So I don't press them.
My 15-year-old son made City All-Star my first time touching a football at 13 and refuses to play again.
I'm just not interested. Not that he ain't good.
Yeah, and then he tried it and he was like, no, I don't like it. So we move on. So I concur. So I think that's just where we are. It's just like let the child pick. However, if he doesn't pick football, then I suggest that they put him into an extracurricular activity to help him with his shyness. Again, you can do lacrosse, you can do basketball, you can do football, you can do the debate team, the yearbook club, anything that they have. Just do something that kind of brings you out of your shell, allows you to meet new people, and you can find new friends that way.
Mom and dad, you guys have to compromise. Overall, this is a situation where both of you aren't wrong. You just have to compromise. You have to find a different sport. Dad, you got to give up football. You have to give up football. She doesn't want him to play football.
You got toe up on the field, right. Looking injured and banged up, all unconscious. They got to drag you out of the field every game. They like, he get hurt again. Like just because you was out there looking broken,
injured Isaiah again. Lord child,
exactly. Now you want to live vicariously through him? No, leave that boy
his
alone.
ass toe up out there on the field.
You feeling okay? Yeah, it's a concussion.
Injured Isaiah the second. Lord.
I remember my first concussion. Get out of here!
Just like your dad.
No, no, absolutely not.
That's crazy. Yeah, Dad, you got to give up. If the son ain't really into that, give it up. Try a different sport. Put him in something else. He still gets that camaraderie. He still gets what you're looking for. It's just not. It just doesn't have to result in him banging his head and tackling people all day. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly, because when you get older, old Arthur ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, and Mom, you gotta let your baby fly. Gotta let your baby boy fly. You gotta let him be a boy.
Only a little.
You gotta let him be a boy.
Like they be like them little kids on the leash. Just be like, you can fly a little bit. Okay, that's enough, and you just bring them back in. That's how I would do my son. Oh, if we had a son,
punch him in his chest.
I would. Okay, see, this is our main argument. You're not going to punch my son in the chest. Like, how dare you? If you ever punched my son in the chest, it's gonna be some slow singing, some flower bringing after the furniture moving. Like we're absolutely not doing that. Okay. Absolutely not. And we have this conversation all the time. Like, you're not punching my son. Do you punch them little raggedy girls upstairs? No, you do not. So, because he has a penis, you want to cave in his chest? Absolutely not. Don't play with me and my imaginary son. You done got me hot.
Oh, you have a lyric. Nice.
Is it pronounced lyric or is it pronounced lyric? Lyric. Our lyric is a Gemini. So hers is a Libra. So is my king. I don't know how to pronounce that last part.
Louis. I think it's Louis.
Is it? I have 2 Geminis and a girl, 1 Leo. See that? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Touch my daggone son. You lost your daggone mind.
So here's another tidbit of us before we go into leaving with love. Another tidbit, if you guys want to get to know us, because we have not had a son, we are now looking forward to the prodigal prince of the Robinson family.
Papa over here can't wait to be a grandfather so he can be so he can have a grandson. Mm-hmm. I just like babies. Like I love everybody.
I thought you was with me on the prodigal prince.
Cool. Okay, but our daughter is 16, so I'm not trying to rush the process.
We're not rushing it.
I mean, I'm with it.
It's coming,
man. If we get a grandson, they're gonna be able to get everything.
The circle of life.
So what if you get a granddaughter first? Are you gonna be up there? With Rafiki,
girl, I'm gonna treat her like I treat my daughter.
Are you gonna be like the circle of life?
It's not circle of life. It's not.
That's disrespectful.
Prince.
Why? Because she has a vagina. You're sexist.
Don't do that. Don't do that in front of the cousins. You always try to make me a sexist.
I'm not trying to make you nothing. I'm not trying to make
misogynist.
You nothing. First of all, are we doing this? Because you is a little racist against your own people.
You always try to do that to me. I love my people.
I cannot say that you're something that you're not showing that you're not being.
Yes, you can say it.
You do be a little racist sometimes against your own people. Right now, you brought it up. And also you do be a little sexist. So because she doesn't have a penis, then she can't get the circle of life Rafiki song. Is that what we're saying? Like, no, like if we have a grandchild, I would love them all the same. You know what? I love babies. I do need to go see if the hospital has like the little cuddlers so that you just go and hold all the babies. And with what was it? With COVID, they stopped doing that, but that is something that I definitely want to do to get us off the subject because
anyways, the prodigal prince. When we have a grandson, he is going to be the heir to the throne. It's going to be totally different. It's just going to be different. Like they might as whoever has the son first out of our two daughters might as well just give the child to us. At that point, just might as well just give the child to us because
they already argue with us. They be like, "You're not gonna take my kid."
The hell I'm not. That kid is gonna be like pop, and
I don't know what I'm gonna be yet. Okay. I be thinking about it. I don't know because I'm not gonna be nobody granny.
They're gonna be trying to talk to our grandson and be like, say mama, dada, pop. Pop.
With the arms up and everything.
Pop.
You gonna be like them when the grandfather be holding the kid and then the dad or the mom come over and the kid just be like, no,
nope.
I want to go with you.
As soon as it's time to go back with your parents, cries immediately. All right, you might want me to take him back.
He's crying. Nope. I don't need your bag. No, he already got clothes and stuff at the house.
You know what y'all need? Y'all need a date night. That's what y'all need.
They're like, we just had one. We don't.
I need a date night. Bring my son. Bring my nephew. Bring my son, my nephew. Lord, see? Bring my grandson. Bring the boy. Bring the boy.
N-words gonna be N-words no matter what. Is that how you feel?
Niggas gonna nig.
Because you stay. Well, that's another conversation for another time. Because you do be a little racist to your peoples.
Let me ask you a question.
Here we go. We supposed to be leaving.
Let me ask you just one question. All you have to do is answer it. No explanation, all right? No explanation.
I'm going to explain if I want.
No. You can't explain, okay?
Then I don't want to know the question.
That's the deal.
I'm not agreeing to that.
Come on.
What if I want to explain?
Okay, if you want to explain, you can explain.
Yeah.
You're walking down the street, right? It's a dark street. There's two sides of the street, but on the side of the street that you're on, you see a large group. I mean, 10 black guys hanging out. Scenario B, you're walking down the street, same dark street, same night, same whatever. All the settings are the same, except now you see 10 white people hanging out. Which one are you more likely to cross the street?
You said 10 black guys, and then you said 10 white people.
Guys.
Okay, I'm gonna cross the street regardless because
equally for both.
Yes, because I'm a woman, and all I see is that y'all trying to get my vagina.
Okay, so what if it's 10 white girls or 10 versus 10 black girls?
No, I'm gonna stay on the same side of the street. Y'all females.
Okay. I'll give you that then. Maybe I am racist.
You are.
Because if I send 10 black guys, I'm sorry, I'm going across the street.
How is that hand claps? That's not hand claps. No.
A wise man named Slugger 2 times. Slugger 2 times is a wise man. He once said
Slugger? Is that his name? Or is it Slugger 2 times?
His name is Slugger 2 times.
Gotcha.
He once said,
does that mean he gonna shoot you twice?
I don't know. I think he just means slugger.
Because a slug is a bullet.
I think it means slugger, but don't say slugger. It's slugger 2 times.
A slug is also a bat.
It could be, or a puncher, or a shooter could be as well.
Do you know this person personally?
I know who Slugger is.
Okay,
I've met him once.
Let them know.
He's
just
rapper.
To kind of inquire, because I'm curious. Like, are we meaning Slugger like the bullet,
or
is it Slugger like the bat?
Sure. Well,
okay, that's why I'm asking you to ask them.
I'll ask them.
Thank you.
I'm not asking. I'm pretty sure. Man, I don't know. But Slugger once said in a song called "Martin or Malcolm." He said, "All the people that done me wrong look like me," and that's just my truth. That's just my truth. So is it racist or is it trauma versus disappointment?
Have you only been around the people that look like you? You and your buttons.
Is it trauma versus disappointment?
Okay, how broad is your horizons though? Have you only been around niggas?
No.
Okay, because I've been hurt by white people and Asian people, and it doesn't. People are people at the end of the day.
That's your experience. This is my experience. Is that all the people that did me wrong look like me?
I'm not going to comment on that. We're gonna move forward.
Why you not gonna comment on that?
Because you was around a lot of the niggas though.
I was.
And Mexican people have done you wrong too, and they don't look like you. Okay. I'm kind of racist against my own. I'm not watermelon Hennessy fried chicken. Watermelon Hennessy. Okay. So do you like watermelon?
No.
I don't like watermelon.
Well, some watermelon flavored things are cool, but I don't like eat watermelon.
I don't like watermelon at all. And I'm not a drinker of Hennessy. But I
love Hennessy though. I love cognac though.
You love it? You want to marry it?
No. No, I don't love it like that. All right. Speaking of love, leave with love. We on the For Better or Worse podcast, at the end of each one of our episodes, have a segment called Leave with Love. This is where we end the podcast by leaving our significant other or whoever we choose to, leaving them with love. If you are watching and under the sound of my voice, if you want to leave love for someone that you love, or leave love for us or whoever, go ahead and shout them out or leave that love. We will go ahead and read it. Nonetheless, who's starting today? Would you like to start or would you like me?
I'll start. I just want to say that this week has been trying for us a little bit with things that we have been waiting for, things that we have been trusting God for. So it's been a little bit hectic, but God gon' God, and he is always going to provide. He always going to make a way. It may not come the way that you want it to come, but it will come. Or he will answer your questions or your prayers, whatever it is that you are praying for. So with that being said, I appreciate your patience. I thank you for continuously taking care of me and things and making sure that I'm okay in the right mental space. If I'm tired or whatever the case may be. So I just appreciate you, taking care and taking the reins when need be. So I just appreciate you. And then we also, have been praying together. And one thing that is so attractive is when you pray, or when you sing a gospel song, or when I catch you reading the Bible. It's like, when you done with the Lord, come talk to me. Anyway, so that's what I love. I appreciate that, and I love that, and I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. What I love about you, Lord, I love how hard you work. You be kicking ass, babe. You be kicking ass, and whenever you have the opportunity to put in the extra work to put the family on your back or put our finances on your back, you always take it. You don't complain about it. You don't have to be forced into doing it. Even when I'm like, babe, don't do that. You don't have to do that. Nope, I'm going to do it. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. You always find a way to go above and beyond for this family. And this past week, you whooped ass. Like, you bust ass. And I appreciate you so much for I appreciate you so much for how hard you work for this family. It really shows. And tomorrow we're gonna have a good time pampering you and getting, because we got what we got to do in the morning.
Oh yeah, go get my nails done.
We're gonna have a good time taking care of you and hitting the English and everything. So really, you deserve all of, not the praise, but all of the appreciation that I give you and more, because really, really, you do a lot for this family.
Oh, thanks.
So I appreciate you and love you.
Well, I love you too. And I'm glad that you enjoyed, because I was able to cook like I wanted to on Valentine's Day and on Monday. I was able to, because you be whipping in the kitchen, like when because you get off a little earlier than I do. Mm-hmm. So you already start cooking by the time, I come downstairs, from doing whatever I'm doing, the overtime or whatnot. And you'll have, or be close to having dinner already on the table, which I appreciate that because I love when you cook.
You love
but I
when
was
have dinner on the table. If I could be your house husband, you would take care of me and
yes,
let me be at the house cleaning and cooking all day.
Yes, that you cook and clean so amazingly. I just feel like, yes, if I could afford for you to be the house husband, that is where you would be. Like I'm just saying. Anyway, so I was very happy that I was able to cook all week for you this week and do Valentine's Day dinner and do, the Tuscan and all those things that I was able to prepare. So I don't mind doing the overtime. If the overtime is available, I'm gonna do it. I mean, I work from home, you work from home, so it's easier for me to do it. So we have goals. But we appreciate y'all. We thank y'all for sticking with us from the YouTubes and the Facebooks.
Absolutely.
And
shout out to everybody who's tapped in pretty much the whole night for a long time for the show. Shout out to Wanisha for supporting, sticking in, and commenting almost all night. Shout out to Dobie Dobe, who I'm pretty sure has been here listening for the most part and just commenting periodically.
Karan.
Shout out to Karan,
Denzel, Vanny,
and Vanny for
Mom.
calling in. Yep. And shout out to Mom Dukes. Everybody who has watched, we appreciate y'all. Y'all all are forever going to be cuzzos of the show. That's what we call our supporters, our family. We really, really appreciate y'all for tapping in. We will see y'all in 2 weeks?
Yep.
In 2 weeks. So Friday after next. We will see y'all. But if y'all not doing nothing tomorrow, y'all want to listen to some music, tap into Caps and Crowns. We're gonna have some fun tomorrow morning, or for the Arizona tomorrow around noon. If you're on the East Coast, it's tomorrow around 2 p.m. Yeah, we got a good show for y'all tomorrow. Other than that, let's do something corny. I'm gonna say my name, you're gonna say your name, and then together we're gonna say, and this has been for better or worse.
I gotta say my own name.
I was just saying, I just wanted to do something corny real quick. It's okay.
I mean, we can if I gotta say my own name.
I'll say both
now.
names and then you say this has been okay.
I guess.
All right. I am VA Verse, and this is my beautiful, wonderful wife, Simone.
Yes, and you have been listening to For Better or Worse. Bye, guys.
Corny.
Like, oh.